Hey guys, this is Starcraft, and I'm here with Huskystarcraft, and we're actually here to cast the TeamLiquid Invitational round of 4. And if you guys missed the previous game, it is actually up on Husky's channel, and that game was between Whitera and another Zerg player who I actually already forgot. But this game is going to be... Hey pro, thank you Husky. This game is going to be between TheLittleOne and Liquid Nazgul. And Husky, do you have any opening words to say off?
I am super stoked for this because Liquid Nazgul is actually from TeamLiquid. He's the one who has that awesome icon avatar thing that actually pokes into the post above it. It is pretty sweet. And it is a Zerg versus Protoss, which has always been one of my favorite matchups to watch. And I do want to say really quick that TheLittleOne is actually playing as random. So if he... Well, when it gets to game number 2, he may not be Zerg, and if it gets to the finals and he's still playing, then he may be different races there too. So that's kind of cool that he was actually able to make it this far as playing random the whole time. It did start at the round of 16.
Yeah, and that is actually critical because right now the little one did get his scouting overlord in the correct direction, and I thought he might have, juked away right when he saw the Nexus, but no, he has revealed to Liquid Nazgul his location as well as his race. So Nazgul, the Protoss player, is going to be pretty confident. He knows what build order to go for, I would assume, now that he knows the location and his enemy race.
It's funny that you say that because really Zerg players, a lot of people don't know this, but especially on the Lost Temple, is when you scout the cross position first, which is the position that's right next to you, you can actually turn the Overlord around after it sees where they are and what race they are. Without your opponent seeing it. And especially when you're playing random, you really don't want to show off that Overlord because you don't want to give away what race you are. So it's really a weird play, I would say, from the little one, but he knows what he's doing. I guess he just opted to see what build Liquid Nazgul was going as well.
Yeah, in this case, that was strange. I thought, like I said, the little one would pull his Overlord away, but he has revealed his race, and he's actually got a fast expansion going down. I do believe it was a 14 hatch. And then he put the spawning pool up, I believe, so he does have a spawning pool coming after the hatchery. And so that is a little interesting. Usually you do see the spawning pool going down first, and it's been a couple games I've seen the spawning pool going down after the hatchery. What do you have to say about that, Husky?
Well, I'm really curious to see how much pressure this first Zealot can actually put on. He's actually checking out the Xel'Naga Watchtower when he actually should be putting on pressure right now, as there's actually no Zerglings even started yet. But it does look like he's going to back up to the center, regroup his forces, and maybe push out once he gets the second Zealot here. And there he goes. So I'm really curious to see how much damage these two Zealots can do just right now as the hatchery has just finished.
Exactly. In this case, it would have been better for the little one to get a spawning pool first before the hatchery, because now his hatchery is going to come under attack. Luckily for him, there are no drones, and here comes the first 6 Zerglings. So I suppose the little one able to hold off there, and maybe if Liquid Nazgul had came in a little bit earlier instead of hesitating around that tower, he might have gotten a couple drone kills. But anyways, we are going to see the little one move out with his Zerglings, going to catch the first reinforcing Zealot, and oh no, Liquid Nazgul could be in a lot of trouble if these Zerglings make their way into his base.
With the 3 Zealots in here, they can put on a lot of pressure, but while you were talking, he was continually producing Zerglings, so he has quite a few. If we look at just the amount of units he already has 11 Zerglings, with more Zerglings and Roaches on the way as well. And so I think that the little one's build order is actually getting units out here very quickly. Got to run in here with the Zealots, try and do some economic damage here. 1 drone is going to go down. I believe that about 2 or 3 drones in total is actually went down, and at the same time, Liquid Nazgul is getting attacked with these Zerglings in his own main. So just at the units lost here, it looks like the little one is still behind, but economy-wise, because those Zealots are so expensive, he is now down quite a lot in the economy.
Yeah, and right now, I would have to say, even though the little one was forced to defend, he was able to defend, losing only a couple drones, and now the pressure is on Liquid Nazgul as a ton of forces are pouring their way into the Protoss base.
In the center.
Yeah, does Liquid Nazgul have the APM to put up a force field right now? If he can do that, he might be able to stop all of these units from running up his ramp. He's got to do it right now. Oh, and he doesn't have a second.
And he misclicks it there, yeah. So the Roaches now are in the main, and the Zerglings can actually fit through there as well. Now, as a lot of people know, Roaches are very strong against everything except for their direct counter, and the Probes getting in on this. This may go to the little one already. So his opener gets units out a lot faster than I expected, because look, these Roaches take virtually no damage from the Probes, and these Roaches just eating up all these Probes for breakfast. This game may already go to the little one, because look, more reinforcements on the way. Lots of Roaches just going to be streaming across the map. This may be a very, very short game.
Yeah, and looking at the units tab right now, the Protoss player at 14 probes, the Zerg player at 14 drones, and that is not a position you want to be in as a Protoss player. You always want to have more probes than the Zerg player has drones. And look at this, units continuing to fall for both sides, but the important thing is that the battleground is occurring inside the Protoss player's main base.
This is definitely not going the way Liquid Nazgul had hoped, because really when you go against these Zerg players who get roaches, you have to get the Immortals out so fast. I mean, there's just a stream of purple in the center of the map right now. And yeah, at this point, Liquid Nazgul needs his Immortals. There's no way he can afford that whatsoever. He doesn't even have the tech for it. And so this game, definitely a one-sided slaughterfest. Hopefully game number 2 will be a little bit better. And it's just funny because he even showed off what race he was in the beginning.
Yeah, I would have assumed that Liquid Nazgul would have, you know, responded in the correct manner, but it seems like he is going to get punished pretty hard by these Zerglings and Roaches, and so forces the GG. We're going to go ahead and move on to Game 2. That's going to be found on my channel, but make sure to go back and check out Husky's channel for the first best of 3 set, and that is going to be in the more description section on the right.
All right, let's go to Game 2. Go, go!